Hello and welcome to my channel. Some days ago, somebody sent me links. Some people who are talking about a particular book that seems to exclude Igbo people from the Nigerian history. I've been seeing the news online, but I ignored it. But before we go into that, let's make something clear. History was not removed from Nigerian schools. What happened was that the history about the war is what was removed. Meanwhile, there are a lot of books on the Biafra war written by several authors, but what was excluded from our school curriculum was the one that talks specifically about the war. That is what I think. So there is this book that is circulating. Let me show us the book. And this person brought this to my notice. Here's the book. He said, history was reintroduced to our schools, minusing the Igbo. I'm not yet in contact with this book, but I've made a lot of searches online. I'm going to declare to you what I found out. Prior to this, I had also a particular video where the person was criticizing the Igbo people. I think it's an Igbo person, trying to say the Igbos are this and that. I didn't want to watch the video. I saw it on Twitter and Facebook. It was later I realized it was because of this particular book. I don't know what the person wants. Perhaps Igbos should write their own. Now, let's go into stories about this book. Let me first look at the link the person sent, because this link contains videos. Let's see the first video and the second one, and we'll draw our conclusions.
Nigerian government is about to divide this country, Nigeria, or they have just succeeded in dividing it completely by their attitude. Now, you will recall that Nigeria removed history away from Nigerian schools. For some time, we don't have histories in our school. So the government of Tinubu reintroduced history to Nigerian schools. Every one of us, we are happy, at least, so that our children yet unborn, they go still they know what happened in the past in this country. But guess what? The new history book that has just been reintroduced to schools in Nigeria, they remove Igbos completely. There is nowhere Igbo is written inside the new history book that has been approved by the Nigerian government and introduced to schools inside Nigeria. So totally they have divided this country. They are telling the Igbo that you are not part of this country. That was why the Igbo history were being removed from the school. They remove them. And now these people have been saying that, okay, they want to leave this country. You people, you hold them banned. Who now hold them banned. But your action, your attitude towards these people really shows you people don't recognize the Igbos. Now, when I go through the things where they inside, or the states, or the regions where they inside the new history book that have been approved and reintroduced to Nigerian schools. You see Yoruba, Shekiri, Edo, and some other Hausa, but there is no place, no Igbos history inside the new history books. And you people are saying Nigeria is one. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. We are one. But why did you approve an history book that the history of the Igbos inside the same Nigeria, where they call Nigeria we are one, the Igbos history were excluded from the new history book that has been introduced to school? When the administration of Tinubu reintroduced history book, in person I was happy, because country will not get history, not be country. But right now, the Igbo history has been exited. They don't exclude them from the new history book that has been approved. The reason why I'm saying that Nigerian government has succeeded in dividing this country completely, because no books will be sold if government authority not approve them. So that is to say, the Nigerian government approved this new history book where they exclude the Igbo's history out of them. They approve them and send to school. Right now, as I talk to you, they are using the history book already in the school. How will you exclude Igbo history?
According to that guide, other tribes in Nigeria were mentioned in the book, but Igbos were totally removed. The book has nothing about Igbo history. And he said Nigerian government allowed the book into the market. He said all books that are to be used by schools got approval before they are allowed into the market. So it's like the federal government approved a book that totally obliterated, removed Igbo history. That's what he's trying to say. And he talked about the injustices on Igbo. What was being meted to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu And he wondered if Igbo people are part of Nigeria, why such treatment at them. The guy who made this video doesn't sound Igbo. Yeah. Okay, some people will like say he is against injustice. But meanwhile, let's look at another video before we come to conclusion. The truth will come out, probably.
You know, Igbos are the most worthless tribe in Nigeria. Yeah, you heard it. Igbos are the most worthless tribe in Nigeria. Get angry all you like, but they are just all mouth and no depth, just mouth. Because if they are not, why should this be happening in Nigeria right now? Why should this be happening? You know how they told us that they removed history from the Nigerian curriculum because they didn't want sentiments, you know, because of the war, the civil war. But history just got to be introduced to the Nigerian educational system. And guess what? Guess what they put inside here? See, before now, my son came and asked me, I said, Dad, I thought Igbos were the third biggest tribe in Nigeria. I said, yes. He said, how come there is no Igbo in their history book? I was shocked. I took their book and I looked at it. All the history of all the major tribes in Nigeria. We have the Hausa State, Kanuri Empire, Nupe, Igala, Yorubas, Benin Kingdom, Efik, Niger Delta, and Ishekiri. No Igbo. For a tribe that has almost 5 to 6 states in Nigeria. No Igbo whatsoever. The painful part of it is that, you see this Efik here? No, I bet, if people want to know vessel, they see this Efik here. Then put them on purpose. It was put here on purpose to let the Igbos know that we know what we are doing and we are worthless. I don't want to talk about the people that wrote the book, Sha, but this is the junior secondary school revised. This is the junior secondary school revised standard edition. JS1. You know, the funny part is that our biggest flex as Igbos is just 2 things. To build houses and paint them white so we can show them every December on Twitter, on social media. And of course, name our children Jewish names. That's the only thing that we know how to do best right now. Because if this is happening, like, we have been erased from our history. Rubbish.
I hope you saw that video. That was the video I refused to watch. I never knew the video was talking about this particular book. But because of how the guy started, his introduction is so bad. He said Igbos is a worthless tribe. That is what he said. I saw it. I never knew he was talking about the book. But because of a lot of people were pointing at that video, I had to play it and also to play it for us to see. According to him, history was reintroduced into our schools. That is the junior secondary school history book based on the arrangement. The history was reintroduced, but there was no mention of Igbo history. And if this is a book that has been approved by the federal government, that means all junior secondary school students will have to read this book. Now, if the book has no history of Igbo, a major tribe in Nigeria, that is what he said, and that is true. For me, I actually see the Igbo people as the most populous tribe in Nigeria. I think Igbo people are the most populous tribe. Forget about the fake censuses. We have discussed it here and others. Now, if a book has no Igbo history, that is very bad. And it is being approved by the federal government. It is very bad. Perhaps the reason is, you know how it went. You know how Nigeria did so much evil to Biafra. We don't know. They are trying to hide it so that our younger generations, upcoming ones, will not feel bad or, you know. But history cannot be hidden anywhere. It should not be. People should know what happened so as to avoid a repeat. And if history is hidden, I think the reason, part of the reason will be because some people want to lie. Some people do not want to make amends for the wrong deeds. If not, people should know their history. There's a particular Asian country ruled by a king. I don't know whether it's Brunei, one of these Asian countries. There was a time the king wanted to change the history. It resulted into revolts. It is a very, very dangerous move to remove history from school. It is very bad. Those who are removing history from school are doing us bad. They are not doing us good. For no reason should it be removed. People should know what happened. There are people who will learn from it. There are people who will demand justice from it. Because Nigeria has to make reparations for whatever. At the end of the war, we were told, no victor, no vanquished. People should know, our children, we that were born after the war should know why, what happened. Why did it happen? Where are we at? Meanwhile, there are, like I said earlier, there are several books regards the Biafra war. Just that some of them are not part of what the government has approved for our school, but there are several of them. Now, for the government to, if this is true, even though the government is denying it, I will read reports where the government is denying this. But if it is true that history around the war, of course we are aware, history around the war was removed from our school. But if there's a reintroduction of history around that time, minus the Igbo history, it is totally wrong. So let's look at some other reports. Now here is this newspaper report. Federal government denies approving history textbook excluding Igbo content. The federal government is denying it. I will read some of this report. And that report was on February 3rd, that's yesterday, 2026. Now let's read another. Federal government disclaims approval of textbook excluding Igbo history. Federal government disclaims approval of textbook excluding Igbo history. Now look at another report. In Nigeria, history studies is back in the school curriculum. Now, this particular news report, this particular one you are seeing on the screen, it is dated 27th March 2018. Buhari was in office, the late Buhari was in office as at then. That is why I said the reintroduction of history or the history surrounding the war back to our schools would have started from Buhari's time. Meanwhile, I think what raised suspicion was the recent, the introduction of this particular one, Living History for Junior Secondary School 1. Sincerely, I have not read this book, and I will get a copy and we do critical analysis. Perhaps I will see the transcript. Here is another report. Federal government restores Nigeria history to basic school curriculum to boost national identity. This report is as at September 18, 2025. So, what raised dust now was this particular book, this dust that is refusing to settle. So, let's read some of these reports. I think it's necessary. If this book has gotten the approval of the government, if it is by error, and if it is true, it excluded the history of Igbo, it should be withdrawn immediately. That is a coup against Igbo, if that is the case. Now, making research on this book, this is what I saw. The book exists and has caused public debate. I'm reading now. A textbook titled Living History for Junior Secondary School, authored by J.M. Ishekure, O.O. Olajide, and T.E. Taiwo, and published by Rasmed Publications Limited, has been discussed publicly. It includes volumes for junior secondary history. I want to still read a report on this book. The Federal Ministry of Education has denied approving a history textbook titled Living History for Junior Secondary School for use in Nigerian schools. The clarification became necessary following what the ministry called misleading reports and public discussions about the book, including allegations of content exclusion and claim that the book is approved for use in Nigerian schools. In a statement signed by its director, Press and Public Relations, Folashade Boriowo, and made available to journalists and also posted on its Facebook page, the Federal Ministry of Education said the book was neither approved nor recommended for use. So why is it in the market then? Now, the claims, while the Federal Ministry of Education did not mention the source of the misleading report and public discussions, and while Nigerian news sources cannot also confirm the source, according to their checks, they say our checks found a Facebook post by Amechi Atama, accompanied by a video. The post questioned the approval of a history textbook, Living History, with no Igbo representation for use in Nigerian schools, describing such as not just an oversight, but a rude erasure. How do we teach history and leave out our people whose son, Nnamdi Azikiwe, was Nigeria's first president, the Post queried. Again, the government says the book is not approved. The Federal Ministry of Education has officially stated that living history was never submitted to the National Educational Research and Development Council, NERDC, for review, which is the body that approves textbooks for the national curriculum. Because it was never reviewed or recommended, it does not appear on the official list of approved history textbooks for use in Nigerian schools. Now, as you can see also in this report here, federal government denies approving for any school living history textbook which had no content about Igbo. If federal government has not approved it, they are supposed to sweep into action and confiscate it. Meanwhile, there are books that may not need federal government approval, but the ones that will be read generally by schools nationwide should get federal government approval. Or maybe all books get federal government approval, I don't know. It is also said the publisher denies deliberate exclusion. According to reports, the publisher's editorial head said the book does not include some stories about the Igbos, and they denied that the absence of certain content was intentional, though details on exactly what is and isn't included haven't been officially published. Let's talk about the issue and what is evident. Is a living history book real? Yes, it is published textbook circulating online and in some schools. It is real. Is it approved by the Nigerian government for school use? According to them, no. The Education Ministry says it was never approved by NERDC. Does the Nigerian curriculum exclude Igbo history? Government says approved textbook must reflect cultural diversity and unity, but the specific claimed exclusion is part of the controversy around this unapproved book. So what does the publisher say? They denied deliberately omitting Igbo content. So what should the government do? If this is the case, that the book the government did not approve is being used generally by our schools, is circulating, a book that could cause trouble, already sparking controversy, what is the government expected to do? Confiscate the book. The government is supposed to take action immediately before it gets beyond this. The government should buy the book, go through the book, look into it. If it is true that Igbo history was removed in a book that is meant to present Nigeria history, then what is the book doing in our school? Can you imagine if this is true, that this book totally removed Igbo history? And imagine our schools in the Southeast reading this book among recommended books. No, it can't work now. It can't work. So for now, like I said, I have not read this book. I will get a copy. And after my analysis, I will still come here and tell us what I found out. But the government should also do their work. If this is true that this happened, the government should do the right thing. If there is a government in Nigeria. Now here's a question before we go. If the government didn't officially approve the book, why is it being used in schools? What should the government do? This is where policy and reality in Nigeria sometimes clash. If the federal government truly did not approve the book, yet it is being used in some schools, a few practical explanations are possible. Why an unapproved book could still be in schools? 1. Private publishers market directly to schools. Many schools, especially private schools, choose textbooks based on marketing visit from publishers, not always by checking the official NERDC approved list. 2. Weak monitoring and enforcement. Approval is one thing, enforcement is another. Education authorities at federal and state levels do not always inspect what each school is using. 3. State versus federal confusion. Education in Nigeria is partly decentralized. State controls many public schools. Some schools may assume a book is fine if it aligns loosely with the curriculum, even if it's not officially cleared. Number 4, profit motive. Once a book enters the market and schools buy it in bulk, it spreads quickly before authorities even react. Number 5, delayed regulatory response. Sometimes government only responds after public outrage forces attention. Now, the more important part, what should the government do? If the book is truly unapproved, government should publish the official approved textbook list publicly and clearly. It should be easy for any parent or school to check online. 2, the government should issue a circular to all schools, clear directives, withdraw any unapproved history textbooks immediately. 3, the government should sanction publishers if necessary. If a publisher falsely implied approval, that is serious and should attract penalties. 4, the government should strengthen monitoring. State education inspectors should verify materials used in classroom. 5, increase transparency. Instead of only denying approval, the ministry should show the official curriculum section on Igbo history. Same approved textbooks that include inclusive content. Now, let's be balanced. Before concluding that the book excluded Igbo people, someone needs to show the table of contents, show specific missing sections, compare it with the NERDC curriculum. Sometimes, controversies are driven by perception rather than a full content review. Now, this is what we are looking at. Is this a deliberate erasure or regulatory failure? The framing is stronger than simply saying Igbo history has been removed. This is where we round up on this. Remember I told you we will go through, even if it's the table of contents we publish here, I think that will help. We will go and search for that book. Please share this video widely. I am Azuka Oji. I say bye-bye for now.